It's hard to be you in the world you can't trust. They speaking vanity, but they ain't saying much. Got a swag, make a bad bitch blush. My power of perfection, so they keep stumbling, they ain't good enough. And plus, I'm stalking revenge. I don't know if it's love or it's lust. You know my bio, I ain't giving up. And if I gotta be corrupt, I can't live it up. But truth is, I need more bucks. I bear arms like a crutch. And if they want beef, we make it cold cuts. I ain't your typical nigga. I'm a professional with red form. About to transform to the celestial. This the home of the truth, and that's where it stays. This world trying to manipulate me in the maze. But I gotta get it on in these last days. I'ma do it my way, I ain't trimming my ways. Hey, I'm coming for the glory. Had to shake these devils off. He ain't solid, he falls. How I feel when you're real and you're really just the only one. And I know they gon' cross. That's why they still stay about. On this road, on the loners, how I feel when you're real and you're really just the only one. These niggas covered in another spirit. If it ain't authentic, I ain't trying to hear it. Not a word. He brought Molly, I brought brimstone. I got my feet in the ground like the Flintstones. Ready to snap like a wishbone. You get with it or you get blitzed on. I'm a spectacle to him, they don't know what he on. My retribution gon' be sweeter than a honeycomb. I love my women, they stack dollars for me. Pick up the highs, he like a fiber to me. He got me swinging like Ray Charles. Do not intertwine me with they flaws, boy. I'm flying in projectiles. Mighty man, nigga, that's word to my stepchild. And shout out to Clockin', I miss you, shawty. Pray they Lord send them angels go and get you for me. Hey, I'm coming for the glory. Had to shake these devils off. He ain't solid, he falls. How I feel when you're real and you're really just the only one. And I know they gon' cross. That's why they still stay about. On this road, on the loners, how I feel when you're real and you're really just the only one.
My name is
Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School, started out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohanan. And today we're going to get into these brotherhood scriptures, you understand? Because in today's world, brothers and sisters, well, brothers especially, specifically, don't know what it means to be a brother, you understand? Let me get 1 John.
Mm-hmm. Like he said, like brothers in the world don't know what it means to be a brother. Too much times we go around here saying we love our brother and we'll die for our brother. But when stuff get tough, we turn our back on our brother. A brother's we only cool with our brothers as long as it's convenient to us. You know what I'm saying? We really don't sacrifice for our brother. We don't really, as soon as the going gets tough, we turn our back on our brother. You understand? And that's what we're gonna get into today, man. That brotherhood is a sacrifice. Brotherhood sometimes hurt, and Christ gave his life for us. That didn't feel good to Christ, and he gave the ultimate brotherhood right there, dying for us to give us a second chance to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
That's all I have to say. Please go ahead with your scripture.
If I could get 1 John chapter 4, verse 20. Somebody get that for me, Bob Shah. And what we gonna focus on today is brotherhood. You understand? Like the priest was bringing out that our brothers don't know how to love each other. You know what I'm saying? We thinking loving each other is doing wrong things together. That's love. You understand? Robbing together. You know what I'm saying? Killing other brothers together. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping with another brother's wife. You know what I'm saying? We think that's brotherhood with anything that is hating your brother. You know what I'm saying? You despise your brother. You hate your brother. You understand? Like you're supposed to love your brother. You want to be in the same company with him, knowing that you can leave your daughters and your kids around him and he won't do nothing. That's brotherhood. You understand? Right. Knowing that you can leave him in your house and he won't take no money from you. You understand? Right. You got that for me, priest?
Come. Mm-hmm. This is 1 John chapter 4, verse 20. Mm-hmm. If a man say, I love God and hateth his brother, he is a liar.
He is a what?
He is a liar.
Go on.
For he that loveth not his brother whom he had seen, how can he love God whom he had not seen?
And what this last part is saying is you've seen your brother. You've seen your brother through the trials and tribulations, you understand? You've seen him in the hood and the barrios. You've seen him struggling, you know what I'm saying? And you don't love him, but you say you love God. You've never seen him before. Nobody on this earth has seen God. We ain't even seen Christ. You know what I'm saying? And all the days in the church, they say they love Christ. They love God, but they never seen him. But you love your brother. You know what I'm saying? He right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? He in the hood. He's struggling, and he need help. And you're not there to love him. You're not there to help him. You understand?
If I can. Like this scripture right here is like it's going at the Christian church, man. Because this is what the Christian church teach, man. The Christian church, they all there singing and dancing, praise dancing, and saying they love God.
Right.
You know, God knows my heart. I love God with all my heart. I do everything, but yet you hate your brother. You go in there. What in the church they say? Turn to the right and tell somebody you love them.
Right.
And you hate them, man. You hate Sister Sherry because she got a big hat. Right. You like, man, if she wear that hat again, man, I might go off, man. That hat too. I don't know who she thinks she coming here for, man. Right. You gossip in the church. You're saying that's what the church has no brotherhood, man. Right. And that's why the churches are falling today, because brotherhood is the foundation of everything. Right. If you don't have that, you don't have nothing. If you don't have brotherhood, you can't even start with talking about how much I love God. Just like the scriptures say, you never seen God, but you seen your brother, man. You say you do this for God, do this, but yet you won't do it for your brother. Right. Come on, man. That's nonsense. Go ahead.
Right. If I could get verse 21. When you bring it out, it's super heavy, you understand, because this is a commandment. You understand? The Christian church, they don't teach you brotherhood. They don't teach you sisterhood. You know what I'm saying? They teach you that the law is done away with. You have to follow the laws, but brotherhood is a commandment. You understand? To love your brother, love your neighbor. That's your real neighbor. You understand? He going through the same trials and tribulations as you. He's the one right next to you. He can understand your pain and feel what you're going through. You understand? If I could read verse 21.
You want to get it?
Yeah, you get verse 21.
Yeah, go ahead and get 21 for me. I'll do it.
All right. Verse 21. And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God love his brother also.
Now you have to ask yourself, do you love your brother? Do you really love your brother? And that's how you're going to, and that's what it means to love God. Depending on how much I love my brother, depends on how much I love God. You understand? It's just sad though, because not too many of us love our brother. You know what I'm saying? If a brother steps on our shoes, we ready to fight that brother. We ready to fight that brother if he steps on our shoes. But we say we love God. That is hypocritical, man. And Christ hates hypocrites. And that's when Christ came down to teach brotherhood, man. That's why he said law hinges on two things, man. To love God and love your brother. That's the spirit. That's the spirit of the law that that people don't understand. Just if you love your brother, you're not gonna steal from him. You're not gonna take his rib. You're not gonna try to kill him. If you have that foundation, none of them things will happen, man. But yet, you say you love God. You got anything to say?
If I could, what you saying is heavy. Like you're saying, if you love your brother, you would want to see him succeed. You understand? If you in a position, you want to see him in the same position as you. You want everybody to eat. You understand? You don't want to just be you. You be selfish and you leave him behind. You know what I'm saying? We all grew up in the same type of environments. You know what I'm saying? Have some brotherhood. Have some compassion on your brother to understand. You know what I'm saying? Talk to him. Go to that brother alone if you have an alt with him. You understand? If you got a problem with him, go to him alone and hash that out. Don't be letting it linger on and boil up. You know what I'm saying? And you catch him on the street, and while he with his daughter at the grocery store, you fire him up and fill him with bullets. That's not brotherhood. If anything, you just fulfilling the duty of what the oppressor is doing, just to have us kill each other. Have us not follow the law, signs, and commandments. Have us to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You know understand? Like, don't feed your brother no bad food or none of that. You know, you're not supposed to be eating that stuff that's unlawful. Don't give him and sell him some bad merchandise. Don't do that to your brother. Be truthful and honest with your brother. You understand? Because anything, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans is all we got.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We all gonna have it, just like in the scriptures that say that each nation will go back to their own nation. You keep calling the oppressors your brothers, they're not gonna be there for you. Time and time again, they have not been there for us. Don't the white man say he our brother all the time, but steady gunning us down in the street like we got doggone dogs. Right. They're not our brothers. You understand that? Right. The Arab man, every time we come in the store, they barricading the store down. They got AR-15s behind the counter, thinking you stealing something. Right. Talking about something, hurry up and buy. Come on, man, understand that. They're not our brothers. Your brothers is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right. You need to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments and love your brothers, because we're the only ones that love you. Because we've been through the same stuff that you've been through. It's the same thing, just different hoods. Right. Same story. We've been here time and time again to get it right. Right. And under Commander General Yohana, ISUPK, these priests and prophets of the Lord is spreading this light so you can get it right. So you don't have to mess up again. You understand? To teach you real brotherhood. Because these brothers in here, I trust them all with my life. These sisters in here, I trust them. Because we teach real brotherhood and sisterhood. You understand? Right. That you don't have to worry about nobody stabbing you in your back and stealing nothing from you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's doing you wrong. You know what I'm saying? Talking about how you behind your back gossiping. You don't have to worry about that in ISUPK. You have something to say, priest?
Nah, but what you're saying is really heavy though. But I just want to elaborate on the fact that most of y'all out here say, y'all don't hate your brother, but you don't know what hate is, man. If you selling drugs, right, you hate your brother, man. Right. If you go and give your brother whores, you hate your brother. Right. That's what hating your brother is. See, you do them things, but you say, I love him, man. Smoke this weed, bro. You my dog for life. Right. You hate your brother. You know who you love? It's not God. It's the white man. That's right. You love him and his agenda, man. That's all I have to say.
That's right.
Can we get Matthew chapter 25?
If I could touch on that real quick, priest. And what he's saying is heavy. Like you hate your brother if you're selling drugs to him. Just for a quick $1, you'll get him, that cocaine, that crack, them Exos or opioids, just to get $1 in your pocket, and don't even care that if he drooling or hanging off the side of the curb. You don't care about that. That's not brotherhood. Don't sell him them drugs. He's struggling with it. Do not give it to him. I don't care if he about to fight you about it. Don't give it to him. You know what I'm saying? Because if anything, you hurt his future. You know what I'm saying? He is a king upon this earth. He is called to be a priest. You know what I'm saying? Our body is our temple. Don't put the drugs in your body. Don't give them drugs to him. You understand? That's all I have to say.
It's heavy, man. If I can we get Matthew 25? You got something to say?
Verse 40.
Verse 40. Come on.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 40. And the king shall answer and say unto them, verily, I say unto you, insomuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
Right. So what is it saying, man? What it's saying right now is like, man, you do it to your other brothers, man, not Christ. See, everybody in the world right now, they say, oh, I serve one man. Right. Jesus is my head. Right. That's the only man I serve. You at home watching your sermons. You know what I'm saying? Do your own thing. You go to church for your own praise, for your own spirit. But yeah, your brothers are poor, man. Your brothers are sick, man. Our people are dying by the millions. You get what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, they claim they only serve Christ, but they serve every other thing else in the world. They serve if your government says you need to get out and vote, they say vote or die, you at the voting booths. Right. They say you got to celebrate Christmas, you get in a Christmas tree. Right. If they say what they say, if TD Jake says send $50, you just gonna send that $50 and you got it. It's like they serve the world, man.
Right. And right.
If I could, but he's saying it's heavy because I know all of us probably done seen the video when the pastor spitting his hands and wiping on the brother's face in the church house. Hey man, it's a cleansing. You know what I'm saying? If you take this spit upon your face, you $5,000 appear in your account. And what they doing? We fools for that, but not fools for Christ. And we fools for following mammon. Right. Go ahead, sir.
If I could. The breakdown of this scripture is heavy. Everything y'all said was, man, the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I give it up to Commander General Yohana for holding this truth since 1969.
Damn right.
With that being said, if you look at these organizations, because it's Black History Month, right? You got the Black Lives Matter, and all their co-founders and founders are incarcerated right now, right? Because they join hand in hand with a heathen nation, right? And then on top of that, right, You look at the Black Panthers,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And you look at Black History Month, they join hand in hand with another nation and heathens, man. Look how the Lord destroys these people, man.
Right.
So brotherhood is a weapon. We gotta keep it in the clutch with ourselves, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, man. Like the Lord chose us to be a family,
right?
Separated from everybody else,
right?
We gotta stop doing it hand in hand, and that's gonna be the ultimate weapon, and that's what the Lord is looking for.
Damn right.
If I may jump on that point right there, like the Black Panther Party, the Nation of Islam, you know why they all failed? They all failed because they never had brotherhood. Right. They all got together having one common enemy or having one agenda.
Right.
But why that never worked, man? You know how many people, Nation of Islam, the Muslims. Right. When I say Muslim, I'm talking about our people who's in that nation. Right. You know how many of them are drug dealers, man? Right. You know how many of them sell drugs? You go down there in any hood, everybody walking around selling drugs with a kufi on and say they woke. Right. They woke, they hate their brother, man. That's why the Lord is not with them or with them organizations. The Black Panther Party, man, they all see you like, oh yeah, we need to worry about economics. We need to do this. We need to gather guns. How you gonna go to war with somebody and you hate the man right next to you? Man. I hate him just as much as I hate that white man because I never sold that white man drugs. Right. I never killed his babies. Mm-hmm. I never took his woman, but I took my brother's rib the other day. Mm-hmm. I sold drugs to his mama the other day for that quick dollar. Right. I stole from him the other day. Let me get started about black folk, man. We ain't gonna steal from no white man. I tell you that right now. Right. They want to say we might steal from each other, and that shows the lack of brotherhood. But when it comes to that white man, we ain't stealing nothing, man. You don't see too many black men robbing no banks. Right. You don't see too many black men robbing no banks. You might steal a car radio or something. Right. But that shows that we don't love our brother, man. That's right. You understand? We don't love our brother, man. Keep reading what you said.
Damn right, Chris. Man, that's heavy, man.
We can't. Where we at? 25 and 40. We just read that, right? Yeah. Can you read that again, sir?
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 40. And the king shall
Salaki, can you start at 38?
Verse 38. Mm-hmm.
You got it? This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 38. When saw we thee a stranger, mm-hmm. and took thee in, mm-hmm. or naked, mm-hmm. and clothed thee. Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
Verse 39. Mm-hmm. Or when saw we thee sick? Slightly. Verse 39. Right. Or when saw we thee sick or in prison and came unto thee?
So that's what they say. They say, well, we never did these things unto you. You saying we did them things to you, but we never. And that's why in 40 is breaking down like, if you did that to your brother, you did that unto me. Understand? Right. So when you got to ask yourself that question, when have you did that to your brother? You know, Christ gonna come back, crack the sky open, and that's why he's gonna say, I never knew you. Depart from me. Because you never clothed them, man. And you saying when he was sick or in prison, you never came unto thee, man. That's what it's saying. When you did them things, your brother was in help, and you never did those things to your brother, you didn't do that to Christ. Understand? Like I said before, Christ had the ultimate brotherhood, man. Christ gave the life. He gave life, man. He gave people a second chance because he understood the trials and tribulations we went through in life. Understand? He knew that our wickedness wasn't for us, man, because we're not wicked. We're not wicked people. But the time and time happens again where we get around these nations and we become wicked, man. And Christ understood that because he has compassion on us, man. He has compassion on us. If I can we get John chapter 13, verse 34? You got anything, sir?
I had nothing to say on that, sir. What you're saying is absolutely right, though.
Yeah, man. So, and that's what we want to get into this class today about, man. Like, we really want to, make sure our people understand before they try to worry about economics or building on real estate. They got to have the number one thing, man, which is brother. You got something to say, sir?
Yeah, come on. Yeah, I just want to say, like, and the scripture is also saying, like, when you see, so you see your people struggling. Right. There's people strung out on drugs. There's people being murdered. Right. You know what I'm saying? And Christ is telling you to have compassion on all of your people.
Right.
Have compassion on your people and love your people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be thinking like, oh, you know, I never did that to nobody. I never sold drugs to nobody. I'm
Right.
good. I'm good. You know, I'm living my best life. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I ain't doing nothing wrong to nobody.
Right.
But when you don't care about your brother, when you have no compassion for your brother, when you don't care about your nation, then you doing those things to them, man. You don't give a damn about your people. You know what I'm saying? You want to go out and just, you know what I'm saying, like build your oppressor's kingdom. You know what I'm saying? And you don't give a damn about your people. You know, you want to go out and put a Make America Great Again hat on, right? You're a black man just caught up in the system, thinking that you got to put a Make America Great Again hat on and go vote and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And forget about your people, man. That Christ is telling you that you need to have love and compassion for your people.
Right.
Have compassion and brotherhood, man. So
I'll get it. That's heavy, sir. If I can, like, I want to get into that because, like you said, you brought up a heavy point. A lot of our people, they don't really do anything wrong, but the problem you having is only worried about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And we become up in here in the ISUPK, we are living sacrifices for our people.
That's right.
And so we sacrifice our life to come and save our people, man.
That's right.
Come save our people. But you think since you, especially these individualites, man, you think since you start following law, statute, commandments, you made it into the kingdom. You're going to make it on them chariots and you done. You're going to sit at your home. You might not eat pork. You might not eat shrimp. You might not eat crab and lobster, man.
Right.
You understand? So you think you're good, but you know what? You're missing the number one thing, man. The one thing you missing is brotherhood.
Damn right.
You understand? Christ never sinned. So you think if Christ had the same mentality y'all had, he should have been like, hey, I did it. I don't have to die for y'all, man. I'm good.
Right.
He come, hey, I'm good, man. I didn't do no sin. I don't know what y'all complaining for. You think I'm finna get on that cross for y'all? Hell no. It's like it. It's like it. But he didn't. So, but you say you Christian. You follow after Christ.
Right.
What Christ are you following? Are you following the Christ of the Bible or are you following the Christian church?
Right.
You had to ask yourself that question because the Christian church don't have brotherhood.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't have no brotherhood at all. They only worry about themselves. That's why they don't keep none of the law, but one with the tithes.
That's right.
But they don't even do the tithes right. Because they don't take care of their people. Because they have no brotherhood.
That's right.
The pastor is greedy, he's gonna worry about himself. You understand? Why you go to your congregation, whatever, First Baptist, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you go to your church and you pay your tithes because you believe that's the truth. You believe that's the gospel you're hearing. But how come when you sick or when you need clothes, you can't go back to the same place you're receiving that gospel from?
That's right.
All right.
You can't go back in that place. Now what you do? You try to go sell drugs or go on the corner or become a stripper because the church doesn't have brotherhood, and the fact the reason why they make people go ahead and get the dollar the other way unlawfully is because they hate their brother, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
If I could to touch on that, what you're saying is heavy because it brings it back to the incident when we went to Acuna. You understand? There wasn't no Christian churches out there. It was a real priest and prophets of the Lord under commanding General Hana at ISUPK. It wasn't no Christian churches out there. It wasn't no St. Luther's, no First Baptist, no New Methodists, you know what I'm saying? No Roman Catholics out there helping our people. As they said that we're brothers. They wasn't out there. We was out there because we have real brotherhood. We really care about our brothers, you understand? We went out there in level 4 cartel, you know what I'm saying, areas where it's highly dangerous just to feed our brothers, you know what I'm saying? Get them oranges, apples, you know what I'm saying? Toiletries, you know what I'm saying? Get them water to make sure that they were fed because we really love our brothers. We go to the extreme extent to feed our brothers, you understand? To take care of our brothers, to show brotherhood, you know what I'm saying, and sisterhood. Go ahead.
Like if I could, on the mission of Cunha, don't forget, man, we had buckets and buckets on top of buckets for clothes, man.
Right.
Diapers and wipes, toothpaste. Like,
right.
No other organization cares about their family as much as the Most High. That's why he chooses to ordain who he wants to choose to set forth as the king over their brother, man.
That's right.
And that king right now is Commander General Hana, man.
That's right. You on 15 and 12?
No. You get that scripture? John 13:34?
John 13:34.
Come on.
I got you, sir.
You got it? You read it?
All right, this is the book of John, chapter 13, verse 34.
Mm-hmm.
A new commandment
Mm-hmm.
I give unto you,
Mm-hmm.
that ye love one another,
Mm-hmm.
as I have loved you,
Mm-hmm.
that ye also love one another.
Right. What are you saying? What Christ saying? He said, "How as I have loved you." How did Christ love his people? Christ went and fed and preached the gospel to multitudes, man, who did not even follow him. To the people who end up turning their back on him. Understand? The people who hated him, that's what we do up in here. We go out there and we go on camp and we go out and say, you are a special people, that the white man is the devil. We say all these things to people who hates us. They all hate us because we feel as though that we gotta be the ones to sacrifice our life in order to give, everybody else that breath of life, man. You understand? Right. We gotta give our brothers that breath of life because that's what Christ did. You understand? And Christ didn't say it was a commandment?
Right, he did.
You say you follow the commandments. See, that's another thing. You say, I'm good, man. What I'm doing wrong? I follow the commandments, but you sitting at home, chilling, but you all about yourself, man. When your people are on the block,
right,
getting high,
right.
The people are selling drugs. Your women are aborting their babies, man. That's where your people at. So you know where I'm gonna go? I'm gonna go where my people's at, man. I'm gonna make sure they're good, man, because I'm already good. We are not being oppressed. I'm not oppressed personally, but my people are, man. And when you're gonna have a sense of fight and love or brotherhood for your people, man, because the Asians have it, the Arabs have it, the white man have it. They all deal with their own, man. Don't a Jewish man move over here, so they get together and give him a loan and start up a business. Mm-hmm. They don't ask him to pay him back. Mm-hmm. But what we do, we go ahead and kill our brother because he owed me $5 because he was hungry and he couldn't eat. Our lack of brotherhood is coming from an enemy, man. The oppressor, man. He is causing our lack of brotherhood, man. And that's why we got to fight together and realize that we at one time we had brotherhood. At one time, we dealt with each other. Black Wall Street, man.
Right.
We had Black Wall Street, and what happened? White man came and blew it down, man. 40 years, he was having this Great Depression at the time.
Right.
We was going up. We was booming, straight out of slavery, man.
Right.
How'd that happen? Because of brotherhood.
That's right. Simple.
Not because anything special, just because of brotherhood. We chose to worry about ourselves. You got something to say, sir?
Come on, Slack, if I could, sir. It sounded like a question. You said what happened.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
What happened was MLK fell victim to a heathen nation, sir. And he destroyed the Israelites gaining their identity from what Nat Turner was trying to start. From what's the lady name? Harry, thank you, sir. So like if y'all didn't hear that, Harriet Tubman was starting, man. Right. It was on rebellion from the heathen nations that hated God and that God hated them. That's what happened, sir. And that's what's continued to happen to us until the ISUPK came. You know what I'm saying? With these boots on the ground, with these breakdowns from these guys, from these scriptures, sir.
Right. Like the priest bring out is heavy, man. Like what you said, like Martin Luther King came up in here, and you know how he destroyed us. It's like all this going to tie together, man. I'm pretty sure y'all get it by now. It's all simple. The lack of brotherhood. He had no brotherhood. He hated his people, and he wanted to join with his oppressor, man.
Right.
He sat out. He's seen his people getting beat up. You know what I'm saying? Hosed down, chased by dogs. He said, "Damn, I'm trying to save myself. Let me go ahead and see what these white people talking about."
Right.
He didn't want to fight with his brothers because he hated his brothers, man.
That's right. Yes. No, I just want to say something real quick, man. Like, Martin Luther King, like, his brother he was just selfish, man.
Right.
He had the spirit of Christianity on him. So Christianity teaches you to be selfish.
Right.
Think about yourself. And what he wanted to do was get us involved in his own deviant mind, his own insidious mind. You know what I'm saying? Because he wanted, just like you just said, it's like he wanted white women.
Right.
But he wanted everybody to agree and we all us join hands, just so he can be with a white woman. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the same spirit that's in the Christian church, man. Thinking about yourself, thinking about your own wealth, thinking about your own house, your own new job, your own new car, and everything that's going to be. The Lord is going to bless you with everything that your heart desires. You understand? And that's the spirit of the Christian church, man. But yeah, let's drop this heavy.
Yes, what I'm saying?
I was just gonna piggyback off of what he was saying. Yeah, like he didn't regret it until he knew that J. Edgar Hoover had him on the tapes. You know, messing with them white women. That's why he wanted to join us.
Yeah, good night.
But that's why he wanted to walk hand in hand.
Right.
But he's talking about, every black child and every white, or not to be judged on the what do you say, the color of the skin, but the content of your character.
Right.
But look at the content of his character.
Right.
That's heavy.
And what he said wasn't wrong. We don't hate the white, we don't hate the oppressor because of the color of his skin.
Right.
But what he said, the contents of his character, that's why we hate him, man.
Right.
You understand? Right. That's why we hate him. How many times are we gonna let this man do what he do the wicked things he do, and yet turn the other cheek? See, blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we follow the Bible, right? We just apply it to the wrong people.
Right.
We just apply our brotherhood to the wrong people. We go ahead and turn the other cheek. We always turn the other cheek, but who we turn the other cheek to?
Our own brothers.
No, we turn the other cheek to the oppressor.
That's right.
He do something wrong. He hangs us, and he robs. He do all this stuff. He takes our land. We're like, God said, love thine enemy. Love thine enemy. Say, now you already say he's your enemy. Right. You already say he's your enemy, man. But my brother just stepped on my Jordans. Them Jordans, man. I saved up $200. He stepped on my Jordans, man. I got it. Damn. He owed me. He going to see me outside. But hey, that white man that stole your whole land. But what? That's just how it is, man. It's good white people. It's good white people, man. You gotta stop teaching that hate. That's hatred, man. Love thine enemy, man. You know what I'm saying?
So like, and like you saying about the Jordans and all that. Just even with the white man, you will break your neck to catch the door for a white man.
Right.
But you will kill your brother for locking eyes.
Right. For good night. For lock, man. It's so like that's the real thing, man.
That's real.
He said, like, not even from speaking, but you look at your brother and just you might be on the other end and just be like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? You might just give him that. Right. But it's always if you a black man, it's always that about a few seconds when you lock eyes with a brother and ain't nobody get that nod.
Oh, it's on.
Something's about to happen.
Right. It's on.
You know what I'm saying? Something, you don't get that nod, something's gonna happen, man. That's what we gotta deal with because we hate our people. And like I said before, we follow the Bible. We just turn the Bible to our enemy, man. We want to look at the white man as he's God, and he's a people in this book. So we gotta treat them like a special people. But we are them special people, man.
Right.
And we gotta get back to what made us a special people. What made us a special people is by being on one accord, following the same God, man. The other nations follow all kinds of gods. You might talk to one. Let me tell you something, man. You go to one Muslim, he believe in this. You go to another Muslim, he believe in that. You go send them to the Christian church. Yeah, I believe Christ never had no father. The other Christian like, nah, he had a father, but it wasn't Joseph or some crazy stuff.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Christ was a God. It's different things they think because they're not on one accord. You not even being on one accord makes you not a brother, man. It makes the enemy able to divide and conquer. Right. You know what I'm saying? Brotherhood is always going to be the foundation of everything. You can't divide and conquer me and my brothers when we all think the same. And that's what happened when we go to camp. The demons start getting together. You know what I'm saying? That subtile beast, he start talking to somebody. He be like, oh, he ain't budging. Let me see if I can get him.
Right.
He go to another brother. Hey, you believe they talking about? No, you don't look like you know what they talking about. You
Right.
You must be a third day out here, you know.
Right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You must be brainwashed.
Yeah, you must be brainwashed. Oh, you
Right.
ain't talking to me? And we we on Shamal, we just standing there.
Mm-hmm.
Just like this. And he might go somewhere else, then finally he probably go to the person speaking, and he might say all kinds of stuff, and he might, you know how it goes, man. But it shows how they divide and conquer. And you know what happened with that? That's how the Black Panther Party and all that stuff failed, man. Because they wasn't on one accord. It had like at a certain point they started like, man, what are we really fighting for? That's what they was thinking. Because they never had the same faith. Some of them love white women. I believe, man, they like the priest brung out. They made alliances with other nations, right? They made alliances with other nations. So
right.
So good night. What are you fighting for? Are you fighting to be oppressed? Like, how simple can we be thinking that the white man is the only people oppressing us? Everybody, like Psalm 83 said, man, everybody has a hand in oppressing us. When we gonna learn? You cannot make, how I say, alliance with an enemy, man. Right. You cannot do that, man. Like we have 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
You can make an alliance with them. You have to go to the Arab and this and that and do that, because at the end of the day, he's gonna worry about his people. And that's why we should worry about our people. We don't have nothing wrong with it. When we say the white man, when we say the white man do what he do, or the Arab he bring his money back to his people, we don't disagree with that at all. He should do what he should do, man. This don't get in the way when we try to do it. And you should know that brotherhood is powerful for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, because the oppressor allows every other nation to have brotherhood. He allows the Arab to have brotherhood. He allows the Asian to have brotherhood. Who are the East Indians to have brotherhood? But when Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans get brotherhood, we gotta blow down their city. We gotta blow down their city. That's what we gotta do, man. You got something to say?
And if I could, what you saying is heavy. That like we'll blow down their cities, just like in the streets today. You know what I'm saying? And in the hoods, like it's the moment if say two cliques or two gangs is beefing with each other, and the brother say, man, I'm past that, and he on a different motive. You know what I'm saying? He getting money. He trying to take care of the community. He taking care of his family and his kids. They get to hating on him. Oh, nah, bro, man, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Oh, he getting more money than me. You know what I'm saying? Right. They hating on him. You know what I'm saying? And you want to hurt him. You shouldn't want to do that. If anything, you should want to join with him and build an empire. Help the community out for real. Y'all too, if y'all both got talent, join together. You know what I'm saying? Spread the money. Let the dollars circulate throughout the entire Black neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Then we can move to the Mexican neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Then the Native American places. You know what I'm saying? On the reservations. We don't really got no neighborhoods really, but our brothers is locked up right now. We need help. We need to have brotherhood and sisterhood. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's gonna help us. That is the commandment. And if you love the Lord, you must follow the commandments. So if you can't simply just hash that out with your brother, you know what I'm saying, and love your brother, love your sister, and not want to, you know what I'm saying, pull her weave out, you know what I'm saying, and fight her and bite her and talk about it and go after the other baby mama, you know what I'm saying, and go to the baby daddy house and slash the tires, you know what I'm saying. You need to love your brother. You don't need to be doing that. You just making the cycle go on more and more and more. And we don't need that, because from time and time again, it's brought nothing but destruction. Do not learn the ways of the heathens, you know what I'm saying, to go against each other. You know what I'm saying? Do not clash as a nation to go against each other. That's what they want. They understand that we are God's chosen people. They understand that. They understand the power that we hold. You know what I'm saying? They understand who Christ really is. They understand he is a Black man. You don't think they be reading the Bible? They don't think they understand this? You don't think that they know that we waking up and we trying to come together, and slowly but surely, each and every way they can, they put their foot, they like they said, like the brother brought out, you know what I'm saying? The oppressor always got to be in Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans business. Man, what y'all doing? What y'all doing? Man, what they talking about? I want to see what they doing. You know what I'm saying? We built this country as brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? Let's come back together as brothers and sisters to fight against the oppressors, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't need them. We need Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you understand? That's all I got to say on that.
Yeah, that was heavy. If we can we finish that verse up? We got 35.
I got 35.
Can you read that for me?
Okay. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another.
See, that's why we say ISUPK is humble truth, man. Ain't nobody else out there. Is if you're not an ISUPK, you're not in the truth, because you claim you follow after Christ, but the scripture just said you have to have love for one another. The foundation of ISUPK is brotherhood. What other group or what other Christian church has brotherhood class? They too busy. I'll tell you one thing about the church. They're gonna have the same exact sermon.
Right.
Every day it's gonna talk about how bad your kids is. You need to leave that man, and money's in your way.
Or how bad you is, but
if
anything, it gets worse.
The money coming your way.
Right.
And the other groups who they say they in the truth, but all they is Christians as well. They want to break down scriptures, get it broke down. But they forget the number one thing the scriptures say. Don't matter if you can break down scriptures, you can prophesy, do all these different things. If you have not charity, you have nothing, man. What charity is? Charity is brotherhood, man.
Right.
If you don't have that, you don't have nothing, man. We are Christ right now. We are Christ's disciples. We go out there and love our brothers and love the people who hates us, man. And that's what it's going to take. Can you just imagine? Can you imagine that, man? Just keep on going to the same people who just always cursing you out. You got to think. We got to start thinking. Stop thinking big. We as black people, the black Hispanic name, we gotta get an example. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine having that woman named Love, man, and you just go on her and she just always cursing you out. There's always, oh no, this and this, and you do that, you be like, man, she just don't know. She just don't understand. She just going through something. You come back, she do the same thing, come back, do the same thing. Most people ain't gonna keep up with that. Real talk. Most people is like, man, this woman crazy. Vice versa. But that's what we do. We go out there and tell people we love them when they say, man, we're gonna kill y'all. We go out there to the drug dealers, tell them to stop selling drugs because we love them. And they really don't understand that. How can you respond to somebody when they be like, when you get mad and you try to kill them, and they be like, you like, man, I love you. What's the argument? What's the argument after that, man? And that's why Christ said, they would know you are my disciples because you have love one for another. And like I want to bring out earlier is that's not always easy, because you will be hated for loving your people. You'll be hated. I'll give you 1 second. You'll be hated for loving your people, man. And like all Christ's disciples, I believe except for one, died like bad deaths.
Right.
They was being tortured, man.
Right.
Because one thing, you think because they believed Christ, you think the Romans, they believed Christ would have, you know what I'm saying? They don't believe that. They just know that whatever this was going on, they were starting to unite. And whoever was preaching this thing about uniting together, we got to kill them. We're going to have to kill them, man. And that's what's going on, because they just love one another. And they was Christ's disciples, man. You know what I'm saying?
So I forgot now. It'll come back to me. But
well, if you can, let's get to the next scripture. Let's get Matthew chapter 5 verse 22.
I got you. Con.
You got it?
I got it. Matthew 5 and 22.
Con.
No sweat. I'm gonna say y'all slack.
No sweat. 5 and 22.
5 and 22.
Oh, if I could, what I was gonna say. So if I may.
Go ahead.
Like you were saying, like in the midst of all that, even though you doing those things in the world, you know what I'm saying, whatever you might desire that you do in the world, we still love you. We love you enough that we're telling you not to do that. That's how much we love you. Because if we didn't love you, we would just allow you to do that.
Right.
If I didn't love you, I would just allow you to smoke marijuana in front of me. If I didn't love you, I would allow you to snort up a line of coke in front of me. But I love you so much, I don't want to see you destroy your temple, because you were king and you were called to be a priest. You understand? I love you so much that I'm telling you not to do that, brother, because I don't do that. But it's been times that any brothers have been in the world, we may have came across doing that, but we threw away them ways because we are not going to do that anymore, because we love ourselves, that we sacrificed ourselves for our brothers, to wake up other brothers to bring into the school. You understand? So I love you so much that I don't want to see you do that.
Right.
I don't want to see you in utter destruction when Christ comes back. I want to see that you chose life rather than death. You understand? Right. I want to see that you chose to follow the law, statutes, and commandments and the ways of mammon. You understand? I want to see that you come together and you become a real man of the Lord. You understand? And not all this Christian fallacy and all these Judaism, you know what I'm saying, the Buddhism and all this other stuff. The real priests and prophets of the Lord under the real Christ. You understand? Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. Follow these law, statutes, and commandments for real. Because that's how much us brothers love you. You understand? And that was it on that. We can get Matthew chapter 5, verse 22.
The book of Matthew chapter 5, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
But I say unto you,
right,
that whosoever is angry with his brother without cause shall be in danger of judgment.
Oh, right there, right there. Oh man, this scripture is like, that's how you, hey man, this is how you know this Bible's for us, man. Because how many times you hear a black man like, I just don't know. It's just something about that nigga.
Right.
This is something about him. I don't like the way he walk.
Right.
He think he is somebody.
Right.
You know, so when a nice brother might walk in, you in the club, he's like, this nigga think he's the flyest dude up in here.
Right.
What do you think he is? You hate that brother, don't know that brother, man. You should be like, brother, you look nice, brother.
Right.
But you like, nah. If there's something about the way you think, then you like, nah, this dude right here, I don't like him. There's something about him. He think he's somebody, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he think he the top dog. If anything, you should be embracing that brother. You understand? He coming out looking fly, man. Give him some pointers, say he looking fly. You know what I'm saying? Don't be hating on him because he got 3-4 more chains than you. Right. You know what I'm saying? You build him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we all come from the same thing as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We all came from nothing. You understand? So I'm saying, if you got a little bit of something, don't be hating on him. Don't try to take his chain. Don't try to take his manhood away in front of all these brothers and sisters in this club trying to prove something because you got pride, you got some type of ego. Man, drop that, man. That's your brother. You understand? Love that man. You know what I'm saying? Love that sister. You know what I'm saying? If they're going through something, man, help them. Because you should have compassion. Just like the Lord had compassion on me. I can use me personally to say that. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm here in the ISUPK under Commander General Yohanan. I had brothers around me that was strong enough to have compassion on me, to show brotherhood, you understand? And didn't just throw me away to the world. They kept pushing because the Lord puts brotherhood through them to push it through me. And now I have ultimate brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? I'll get a shirt off my back to a brother. You know what I'm saying? I'll take a bullet for a brother. And I really mean that. You understand? Have that type of mentality. Stop taking a bullet for a brother over fighting other brothers. Y'all shouldn't be fighting each other. You understand? You should be fighting the oppressors. You know what I'm saying? The white man, the Arab man, the Moab man. All of them, like this brother said, this mighty priest said, they all had a hand in oppression towards us. That's the real enemy, not Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, because we is all in the hood. We all struggle doing the same thing. Like I said, same hood, same story. Different hood, same story. Doesn't matter. We all going through the same thing, you understand? Take that and run with it. Understand that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are brothers and sisters. Show some brotherhood and some compassion. Because just like you over there in Chicago in Section 8, is a sister over there in God doggone Dallas in Section 8. You understand? It's the same thing. Y'all going through the same thing. Stop hating on each other. Love each other, because that's what we need. Salakia. I had a touch on that. It was on my chest.
Can you finish that up for me, sir?
And whosoever shall say to his brother, Rakah, shall be in danger of counsel. But whosoever shall say, thou, fool, shall be in danger of hellfire.
You should be in danger of destruction, man. You go in there and you hate your brother with no reason, and you go here like, man, this man, you man. Right. That's good. I'm gonna change the talk. You go in there, man. You talk about, man, like, man, this F that boy, man. I don't care, man. He's stupid, man. He's a fool, man. You go in there, you call your brother, call your brother all kinds of names because you think your brother is the man you grew up in the house with. But your brother is every Black, Hispanic, and Native American because we all have the same life, man. We all being oppressed. So we might as well just charge the game and stick together. You gonna go through it with your brother. When we talk about brotherhood, we're not just saying like you're just gonna, love is an action, man. Love is a sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take some time to love your brother. We've been through 400, 500 years teaching us how to hate our brother. You understand? It's gonna take some time. And that's why brotherhood is important, man, because that's the number one thing they took away from us.
Right.
Like I brought up before, divide and conquer. And a part of making a slave, you gotta make him hate his own people. You understand? You gotta divide, man. How many you got slaves saying, nah, we gotta serve the oppressor. He been good to us. You got some trying to rebel, you got some trying to do this. Everybody's on a one accord. And since we're not on one accord, man, we will never make it out of this hellhole, man.
Right.
We gotta be so on one accord. You come over here, like not in just the same facility, man. You gotta be able to come to the blacks in the ghetto and the Hispanics in the barrios and be like, hey, man, hey, Jesus is white. And they be like, they all say hell no. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You go all the way across the country to some more black neighborhoods, Hispanic neighborhoods, and they say, hell no, we don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Christ is our king.
Yep.
That's already.
Yeah, that's too wild.
Yeah, like I was bringing up before, man. Like we gotta be on one accord, man. Instead, stop interviewing our brothers because he's flawed, man. That brother, you like the priest broke out. You hate a brother because he got 3 more chains. If you was a real brother with him, y'all was brother, he probably give you about 1 or 2.
Right.
But you hate him, you never gonna get them chains. You ain't never gonna get them now. But you gotta start going places and picking each other up because that's all we have. You know what I'm saying? You know how many times we already do it. We just need to go more into it. We need to go 100% into it, man. Because when you walking in the white neighborhood or somewhere white in Walmart, you see your brother, you know you'll get that black nod. Like, hey, I see you, brother.
Right.
I see you in the midst of all these devils. I see you. Now we gotta start, just taking that to a full effect, man. And instead of just head nodding, let me be like, man, let me stop feeding this. Let me stop eating pork for this brother.
Right.
Like that's another thing how you love your brother. You change yourself for your brother.
Right.
It's not it's not always, how you do to your brother, but fixing yourself will fix your brother.
Right.
My brother is on drugs. My little brother's on drugs because he see me smoke weed every day. If I stop smoking weed, my brother will get off of drugs.
Right.
Right.
If I stop selling drugs, we wouldn't have no crackheads. We wouldn't have all this. We had to let the oppressor do what he do. He could smoke his crack, or how he called his cocaine.
Right.
And call the same stuff we have crack, and he always do these things, man. And we always try to follow after him and what it means, what he calls brotherhood. That destroys us, man, because we are righteous people. Only righteous things will bring up a righteous people. The oppressor, he feeds off of unrighteous things. That's his thing. That's like his superpower. The more unrighteous stuff he do, the stronger his kingdom get.
That's right.
But let me tell you something. The more righteous stuff we do, the stronger our kingdom get.
That's right.
And that's why his kingdom is falling down. Because brothers and sisters are waking up, and we stop eating that pork. We stop selling drugs to our brother. We stop aborting our babies, man.
Right.
We gonna stop doing all that thing. And that's why Christ's kingdom is being built right now.
That's right.
You understand? You get what I'm saying?
I had nothing to say on that. What you saying is absolutely right. What I would say, Sark, if I could, what you were saying that they feed off that. Literally, they do. They feed off of unlawful stuff. You know what I'm saying? The unlawful foods. I mean, they even eat raw meat. You know what I'm saying? They don't even eat it cooked. Not no well done. If it's at least done, they got a little bit of blood in it. You know what I'm saying? Or they just eat it raw. You might as well just got it straight out the forest and just killed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't follow them ways. You understand? Like that's the type of stuff they do. That's in their nature. You understand?
Yeah, that's heavy. But can I get Luke chapter 6 verse 31? This right here, this scripture is this is what I just got done talking about, man. Changing yourself will make you love your brother, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? You want to do. This is what the world called the golden rule.
Right.
This is what everybody say. If you don't read the Bible, if you just spiritual, this is everything everybody wants to agree on. But they want to call the golden rule. You have that? Yeah, that's it,
sir.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
I'm ready.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 31. And as ye what that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise.
Right, man. That's what they say is the golden rule, man. Just treat people how you want to be treated.
Right.
You know, treat people how you want to be treated. But how come we say that? We say that too much where it's not true no more. Like, dang, bro, like you want somebody to talk smack about you, bro. You the biggest hater in the world. You always talking. You know, people just go around just hating. It's like their life is just about hating.
All right.
Like that's all they do is just hate. You know what I'm saying? You got people, they ain't like, you want people to sell drugs to your mom because all you doing is selling drugs to people's mom. Do you want to go see? And that's what we gotta do, man. The oppressor's gonna get the oppressor. It's gonna be a time where we start loving each other and start treating each other like we want to be treated. Where the oppressor can't say that we drug dealers. He can't say that we're criminals. He's just gonna look at us and be like, there's some righteous people right there. He's gonna say there's some righteous niggas. He's still gonna call us that, man.
Right.
But we're gonna be righteous. And ain't nobody gonna ever see right now we're in a place where people could make excuse for the oppressor.
Right.
Right.
He could make excuse, black people kill black people too. That's what they want to say, right? There's gonna be a time where we start loving our people and they got nothing to say.
Right.
And that man of sin gonna be revealed.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see, we stopped doing that. How come he's still doing what he's doing? And so we're gonna realize that the reason we was doing them things is because of the oppressor.
That's right.
The reason why we selling drugs to our brothers because the oppressor put drugs in our neighborhood.
Right.
Like they came out from the Vietnam or World War II. The black men came after they fought, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had to fight for a country that hated them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Denied them of their VA loan, right? Which is one of the main reasons why white people had to develop wealth, right?
Right.
So you telling me a man who was hated by his country used to go there and fight for his life, came back and to work at a car wash.
Man.
And on the brick of that, right? Going through the crackhead, but then they threw drugs in his neighborhood. What is the man supposed to do? A man's gonna feed his family.
That's right. And
Christ understood that. And when we say that, we understand that, but we gotta fight. We gotta fight and realize that he did this to us, but you're not gonna be able to say that we did the drugs. We're gonna be able to say, hey, I see you put that drug in my neighborhood, but I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna die before I sell drugs to my brother.
Right.
What you're saying is so heavy because, like, what they did is in the 70s, they shut down the factory. So there was a time where the man he would work at a factory.
Right.
You're gonna have 2 cars.
Right.
You're gonna have your house. Your woman, she gonna be with the other women. They're gonna be raising the kids in the community. So they took away them factories, and then in the late 70s, and then right in the early 80s, they brought that crack in. So them men who wouldn't even have went out there and never did nothing like that, they felt like they didn't have no choice. Right. So they went out and started selling that and then got into that wickedness, but it was all planned.
Right. And like you said, it was all planned. You good.
And if I could, what you saying is heavy. What both of y'all saying is heavy. You understand? Because that's the main problem they deal with in Chicago, Illinois. You understand? They always say that, man. Well, I had no choice, man. It was just my hand was just itching. I just had to grab that gun off that train. Like you understand that they have trains that go through Chicago that drop guns off. You know what I'm saying? So that way the violence rate can increase. You understand? Right. And the reason why they do that is because they want us to show brotherhood through some type of violence against other brothers. That's right. When that's not brotherhood. Right there, that's just following the white man's agenda. You understand? They do that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just like a crack baby, I was born in the 80s. You know the slogan. Come on now. Right. Go ahead.
And one more point. This is what they'll do. They'll pass the white man.
Right.
Pass a Chinese man. Pass an Arab man. Find somebody who looks like them, talks like them. Right. And that's who they go kill. You crossing an imaginary line.
Right.
Because you saying this is my block, this is my block, this is my block. No, it's the devil's block.
Right.
That's who owns all these blocks.
Exactly.
And y'all fighting over blocks and imaginary lines, killing each other, and you will bypass every other nation to go kill your brother.
And if I could, when he's saying it's heavy, because the only thing the oppressor doing up there, sitting in his office, in his cubicle, or in his 12-story skyscraper, he like, man, you done it again. Job well done.
Right.
Yeah, they killing each other. They ain't gonna never find out. They lost 12 tribes. He don't even know what tribe he from. He just think he African American. He don't know about no brotherhood. You gonna keep selling that dope. We're gonna get little Johnny, get little Timmy. We're gonna pick him up, take him over to the big house. You know what I'm saying? Give him 30 years because he had 1 gram of weed on him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But little Jacob over here, he had 40 kilos of cocaine. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna let him off 3 weeks in the prison. You understand the system and understand the game they playing with us? Don't fall into that. It is their system. They understand this. they had control over this. Go ahead, what you gonna say?
One more thing, because when it comes to drugs, like when it's you an animal, you a gangster, you
Right.
a convict.
Right.
When it comes to them, it's a disease.
Mm-hmm.
They call it like when the drugs start hitting the white communities and start taking over them, they count that as a disease. That's a disease out there. But when it's us out there strung out on everything, then it's crime.
Right.
Now, if I can, while you back on these scriptures, man, like what you're saying is so heavy because the white man, the oppressor, he has no compassion for nobody but himself.
Right.
When black people are killing black people, right? When we shooting each other, what they say? That's black on black crime, right? When white people, when a white person come and shoot up a school, what's the problem? The guns are the problem.
Right.
We need gun control now.
Damn.
We need gun control. It's not see when we was doing it, we the problem. We the problem. But when they do it, they love their people so much, they ready to blame item on it. It's the gun. Control the guns. Take the guns out. The guns is the reason. When we do it, it's us, man. You know what I'm saying?
If I could, real quick, before I let you go, Priest, like that just goes to show that what you was talking about earlier, that all these other nations have brotherhood, except for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, he could go into school and had a bad day just because somebody was bullying him and come the next day with an M16 with a scope and kill everybody. And then when it's time for him to get sentenced, nothing happened. And I accept that because they brothers. That should happen.
Right. And if I may, and that's why we gotta be the same way. We gotta be to a point where we ignorant.
Right.
We gotta be like, nah, not my people.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with us.
Nah.
Because we not gonna deny my brother in front of the oppressor.
That's right.
Nah, you got the wrong man. My brother will never.
Yeah,
when they behind closed doors, hey, I know you should never do that. We do that.
Right.
That's what they do.
Right.
We need to be the exact same way. By all means, do what you gotta do. But we're gonna do the same exact thing.
Yeah, I'm just got a precept for what you're talking about of how everything they do and the accountability that they hold us to versus them. This is Zechariah 11:5. It says, "Whose possessors slay them,
Right.
they hold themselves not guilty.
Right.
And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not."
Right.
Hey, it's your fault.
Right.
It's
heavy.
It's your fault.
That's true. That's heavy.
hey, ain't nobody told Martin Luther King go sleep with white women. That's your fault. See they do us? Now we the problem. We the problem. But it's gonna be a time we understand now. We waking up. Do y'all think we're gonna start being ignorant too? We're gonna start blaming it on the guns.
Right.
We want gun control too. It's not us. And you know what's funny about it though? It really is gun control for us though. Like the preachers brought out, they dropping you talking about now. Let me tell you something. Boys like guns. You're never gonna take that away.
Right.
But you giving guns to boys who dealing with so much oppression and depression.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you giving a man gonna love a gun, but you giving guns to kids at 4, 5 years old. Dad's not in the house because of what? Started with the crack epidemic.
Right.
It's always gonna lead into them destroying that one thing, and that's our brotherhood. They took the factory house because we had the most brotherhood. We had the most brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Our family was good, man. You know what I'm saying? Our system, our women was good, our men was good. We would take care of our neighbors. We all worked in the same job. We all worked down the factory down the street.
Right.
I know your son name. I know your aunt name. I know your aunt's uncle's cousin name. I'm gonna take care of them all. We all the same. We together.
Right.
But since you got to come out and do these devices, we gonna put crack in the neighborhood. But first, before we put crack, they're not gonna take the crack if they doing good. Let's take their jobs away from them.
Right.
Let's take their food away from their children.
Right.
And let me see how much y'all other nations who want to talk about how we are criminals. Let's see what you gonna do if you go slavery for 400, 500 years.
Right.
And they take your children and they throw your children for alligator bait. They hang your woman up and slice your woman's stomach up and step on the kids. Let's see how damaged you will be. they wouldn't be able to go through what we've been through. They would have been gone. Because ain't nobody's built like us, man. And look at us today. We still rebuilding, man. And Christ's gonna come back and we all gonna have brotherhood again. They can keep trying, but we always gonna come back, man. You got something to say?
No, I didn't understand. I forgot now. It be flowing so much through my head, I forgot.
What we got?
Like,
Go ahead, sir.
Like, you know,
15
like in the
and 12,
70s,
John 15 and 12.
you know, especially up east, you know, our oppressor took, you know, instruments and fundamental academics like music and instruments from the classrooms in the 70s, right? So our children weren't able to learn how to play the saxophone, the drums, the you know what I'm saying, other instruments. So that's where the birth of hip hop came from, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, you take guns away from Edom, right?
Yeah.
Take power away from them. What are they gonna do?
Right.
They're going to kill each other with their bare hands. They're gonna have like you look at us, like they put drugs in our neighborhoods, they put guns in our neighborhoods, and we kill each other, right? They put alcohol, they put things in there and put us in a condition to make us kill each other.
Right.
To create a state of violence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now you take Esau out of his condition, out of his heaven.
Right.
Right? And put it, you know what I'm saying? Take his guns away.
Right.
Take his power away. They're going to kill one another. They're going to have black on black. Like I said, right now we have black on black crime. It's going to be Esau on Esau crime, man. And the king, we're going to be talking about them like, damn, you know, these Edomites, they just white on white crime, man.
Right.
They hate each other. It's going to be just like that, man. Because we're going to take away the thing that gives them strength, man.
Right. We're going to take away their leisure.
Watch.
Right. We're going to take away their leisure time.
That's right.
That's what happened with COVID. Then COVID, all these crime happening. It wasn't us. It was them. They was the ones beating their wives.
Right.
All in the voices because they took away their leisure time. You take a white man leisure time away. Good night. You better get to running.
Right.
You better get to running because he is getting angry.
I mean, look at the Great Depression.
Right.
Look at the Great Depression. You know, a lot of the things that was going on during the Great Depression was poverty. When the so-called white man was when he was I won't say on the bottom. When he was I won't say on the bottom.
Yes.
He was on the bottom, and there was a lot of violence and murder and stealing and all kinds of crimes being done by Esau. Because when Esau's not in he's in his natural habitat. Really, he's in his natural state.
Right.
He's a violent, wild man, right? A beast.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Right now, we don't see that because he's living his life. You know what I'm saying? He does the things that he wants to do. So,
and the proof of that is that they came and stole your planes and filled them with guns. They came and destroyed Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Right.
Right.
Like you take them out of their state, they will destroy themselves.
That's right.
And they will also come to destroy you.
That's right. Damn right.
And I got bring it out so much. You see them, like you say, you brought out. He take away their stuff they love. Man, let me tell you something. The most glorious one, because you know we of the world, but not in the world. You know what I'm saying? So we see, the news. It's like a reality TV show to us, man. When they was storming the Capitol, man, they look like beasts, like animals,
natural element.
They took away. So you take away a white man's thing, man. You take away. You talk about gun control. They ready to storm up with all their guns and go protest.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They go do all them different things. You know what I'm saying? We not over there.
And that was just a threat.
That was a threat.
It's going away.
Oh hell no! I am an American. These are my rights. A man don't ask for too much. I just need my guns. I just need my guns, and I'm going to do what I do.
Right.
They went in there, man. They get hectic, and that's what happened. They just had that boy. What's that boy's name? The boy who shot them people. Now he's on
Kyle
tour.
Rittenhouse.
Kyle Rittenhouse, right?
Kyle Rittenhouse.
What he was at a protest,
right? I think he came from another state to come into that state,
and he had to come out with his guns on, man.
Yeah, he was 17. Now
and then he went over there shooting that man. Good night. I'm not gonna get into him, man, because white man's devil, man.
Right.
That's what we say. Why don't white crime, man? They all the same. Ain't America beefing with Russia right now? They all we finna see. World War III is gonna be all the amount of time we had, all black on black crime. World War III is not gonna. That's not gonna compare to World War III. All that white on white crime they gonna have. They gonna come there. They're gonna be fighting against each other and do all these different things against each other. Man, we're gonna see who really got brotherhood at the end.
That's right.
Cause you get what I'm saying.
And if I could, what you're saying is heavy. Like you're saying, they're the same people. And you know what I'm saying? When it come down and when stuff really hit the fan and Russia and America going against, you know, the same people, you're gonna see that they never had brotherhood. Because they going against each other. Missiles gonna be flying in the air, nuclear war. You understand? I'm talking about people gonna be dying, everything. They gonna be killing babies and all. And you're gonna see that you're not supposed to be with them. You're gonna see that if you is amongst them, they're gonna kill you because you're not one of them. You understand? Just like in the scriptures it say when Jacob and Esau was born, they knew who the difference between Jacob and Esau was. They knew who was a brother. They knew Jacob was a brother and Esau wasn't because he did not look like us. You understand? Because he is not our brother. And in the scriptures, it also say that their words is as smooth as butter. You know what I'm saying? They are the serpent. They will slither their way in there and say, yeah, I'm your brother. I love you, man. I love you, man.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, but you got to get the hell up out of here. You know what I'm saying? But I love you, though. That's not brotherhood. They not our brothers. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Like in the scriptures that say when the nations will come back to nations, we gonna need each other. When shit really hit the fan, we gonna need each other. We not gonna need no Edomites, no Arabs, you know what I'm saying, etc.
So right, I was gonna say, man, they love to say how so-called black, Hispanic, Native Americans have they love to call out black on black crime, and you know what I'm saying. They love to talk about brown on brown crime and talk about the violence that goes on amongst us. But where's the brotherhood when it comes to them? Where's the brotherhood when it comes to America versus Russia, America versus, you know what I'm saying, China? They have no brotherhood. As a matter of fact, this country was based off of the lack of brotherhood. Right. Because how was America created? Right. America was created from them turning their backs on the British. Right. Their own brothers. Right. This is how America was founded in 1776. Because they turned their backs on their own brothers. They didn't want to turn and pay their fees and pay their debt to Great Britain. You understand? So, you know what I'm saying? And this was started the war. You understand? So they don't have brotherhood. So they can't tell. How is somebody with no brotherhood going to teach us about brotherhood? How is somebody who has no brotherhood against their own people, you understand, going to teach us how to love our people when they can't even love their own damn people, man? Really?
And that's the reason why we don't love our people. Because we just follow after the people who rule over us. Right. You teach us time and time again to hate our brother, man. You understand? You go out there like, then y'all have the Civil War. Mm-hmm. We just gonna forget about that. Right. We're gonna forget about the Civil War. Like God dang, like we gonna forget about it.
So they say we was jungle bunnies in Africa, right?
Right.
And they snatched us out and they taught us culture. They taught us everything, right?
Right.
The only thing they taught us was to hate our brother.
Right.
Right. That's it. Right. That's the only thing.
Right. And if I could touch on that, if I could tell you what you're saying, you know what I'm saying, sir? They taught us how to riot. They taught us how to hate each other. They taught us how to protest. Right. We wouldn't be out there doing that if it wasn't for them. Right. We followed their ways into destruction. Right. And ultimately it leads us to nothing. Because they quote unquote supposed to be our brother, but when we out there protesting, they have no mercy on us. They come out there with their SWAT teams and shoot us with rubber bullets, if not real bullets, and kill us just like they've been killing us in the street like dogs. You understand? And they're not our brothers.
If I can, we ride. You gonna get mad at us for riding after being oppressed and slavery 400 years?
Right.
The damn the Philadelphia Eagles won a championship. They was down there in Philadelphia throwing cars was flipping over. They ride off of fun. Good night. I would hate to see when they ride off of being oppressed. Good night. We're gonna get our last scripture. Can I get Mark chapter 12, verse 31?
Say that one time.
Our last scripture, Mark chapter 12, verse 31. This
Chapter
is gonna be
12, verse 31.
This is gonna be our last scripture. We're going.
And then after that, we're gonna end it. That'll be our last scripture.
That's gonna be the last scripture. I'll be here for another 2 hours.
Yeah, I'll teach y'all god doggone day, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right, good.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 12, verse 31.
Right.
And the second is like, namely this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment better than these.
Yeah, man, that's the basically what everything we've been through today, man. Love thy neighbor as thyself. One thing people can agree on, everybody love themselves.
Right.
Everybody love themselves. You worry about your health. You worry about what clothes you put on. You worry about if you fed. Just do the same exact thing for your brother.
That's right.
And through that, we could build Christ's kingdom. And that's simple.
Right.
And that's it on that. That's it on that.
If I could just touch on that real quick.
Be quick.
Real quick. Like what he's saying is heavy because when you do that, you won't have no odds. Yeah. You don't have no odds with your brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? Right. If you treat your brother the same way that you are treating yourself, if you want to make sure you're good before you walk out the crib, you know, your beard nicely groomed, you make sure you got your best fit on, you know what I'm saying? You got some money in your pocket. And you see your brother over there struggling, you know what I'm saying? Get him some money, make sure he good, just like you were good. Because that should make you feel good to make sure that he good. You understand? You should have that type of spirit. You should have that type of want and that type of, you know what I'm saying, mindset to understand that if you good, he good. Because everybody eat. Because we're brothers. You understand? And that's real brotherhood. Right. And that was our last scripture for today.
Yeah, man. So now we give us courtesy to the brothers. Courtesy to the brothers.
Shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Yahshua Barakatah.
Courtesy to the sisters. Yahweh Shema Atah, Hashem Yahshua. And with that, we could just end it. We don't have to play another song, dude.
We play outro.
No, it's good.
You want to just end it?
It's good. It's good.
All right. And after that, Shalom, Israel.
Hold on.
Security.
Oh, Salakia. I forgot about security announcements. Go ahead.
We did that last time, too. You got it, sir?
2 times in a row.
No sweat. This is ISUPK security announcements. We're at ISUPK. Start out in 1 West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes to school, they're off limits for 6 months. All right, they'll just be saluted only. They're here to share themselves of the world. They need transportation. Teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interested person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. Also in the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means 10 in the Hebrew. Ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase give. Of any penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations.
Upcoming holy convocation, the Feast of Purim, 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month, which is on Monday, the 14th of February, and Tuesday, the 15th of February, 2022, which can be found in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verse 20 through 31.
All right. Reminder for Akim and Akwadim to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If you want to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. Pass the class back to the officer behind you.
And with that, Shalom, Israel.